Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Papa Bale, aka Michael Page, and I'm just showing you this latest pulse motor art that I decided to do. It's very symbolic. See, what I got is I got this big guy in the middle, and I got 12 little guys at appropriate intervals surrounding him. And what it's supposed to represent is he moves so fast that he splits himself into 12 different pieces, basically, and they're all supposed to learn for him. And just for him to live vicariously through them. Let's put it that way. And then we've got our infinity related symbol, which is I think it's familia infinitus, or infinitus familia. And because the symbols here are infinity, which go left to right and then right to left, and then the Native American fertility symbol of the Plains Indians is basically the fertility symbol, or the infinity symbol, right side up with sharp edges, like two boxes on top of each other except on the diagonal. And we know that the infinity, even though I didn't make it in this one, is more round. I might round those off. And then they're interlocked with the two green chain links. So it's symbolic of being forever related, infinity related. And that's basically what's going on with this guy right here. These are all virtually fragments of this being's soul. And the way that they learn the most is to stay apart from one another and never get together. Never, it's easy to do when you're all, agree to do that. But yeah, what I'm getting at is that this being broke itself down so that it could learn 12 times as much in the same amount of time. Because time is real. It doesn't matter like what God sees as time, because that is beyond our understanding. It's about what we see as time, relatively, and it will always be that way. It's when you want to be somewhere else, the clock moves slowly. I don't know what that has to do with the pulse motor here. It probably has to do with my art. Oh yeah, the division of the soul and learning exponentially in one lifetime is something that I'm sure many a soul has undertaken thus far. So, I don't know. I might leave it the way it is. They're supposed to be green because I don't believe in my heart that the being on the disc here is man at all. It's not a man. I don't know beyond that. I just know that it's green, and that means that it's probably a Martian instead of a man. I'm not trying to be racist and say that all Martians are green. Give me a break. This guy is green, and I don't think that man's skin is green. Sweet. And so we're just waiting for the glue on the magnets. See, we put lots of glue on there. Tacky glue. We're waiting for it to dry up. And then we're gonna blast off. But yeah, you know, since it's my art and I can do whatever I want with my art, I have the right to explain it to you if I want to. You're free to not like it. You're free to criticize if you want. But I mean, you have your right to drop random dislikes, but I don't know, man. It seems kind of vogue right now to just drop a dislike and no comment. I mean, if there's something that I can work on, yeah, you get me 1,000 subscribers and they give me enough money to buy a 3D printer, and I will do that immediately. And I will start making some high quality stuff. But until that time, we're gonna do it like this, because that's what I can do. Amen. Yeah, and amen comes from Amen, which comes from Egypt, and the sun god, Amen-Ra. That's where it comes from. The sun. Now, what happened to it after Egypt fell, God knows. God knows how much it got screwed up, raped, basically, of its heritage. And I mean, yeah, I've read some of the Old Testament, a little bit of it, and it's like, yeah, this God is gonna rip my head off and shit down my throat. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna tell me to kill my freaking kid, and right when I'm just about to finish slicing his neck, he's gonna say, "Oh, hold on a minute. I was just testing you. Don't get angry, or I'll throw you down in hell. Do not get angry at me, or I will curse you and whatever, you know?" I mean, even when I tell you to kill your son, you're going to have faith in me. You understand that? Abraham was like, yeah, man, cool. I live for you. I mean, I don't know the stories, but, you know, throughout my life, I have heard renditions of the stories. And that's pretty much all you get nowadays is people's, you know, philosophy and viewpoint on the literal translation. You know, it's like you're still giving your own point of view, man. It's not like... And yeah, you're explaining it to me so that I understand it, because it's in a language that's kind of, you know, hear ye, hear ye. But, you know, it doesn't matter. And if we are in a black hole, honestly, with all this new research and data that's coming into light, if we are in a black hole, somebody put us here. Because the universe is blown up more than once. Like the whole thing, just poof, and it's gone. But if you're in a black hole, you're on the other side of the event horizon. The event horizon, strangely enough, has the capacity to deal with that. To deal with that huge shock wave that's coming from all directions. You know, it's a miraculous thing. It's an alternate reality. It is. It truly is. But God knows the devastation that's on the other side, man. God knows. You know, we're going to be visited, I have a feeling, by the peoples that put us here in the first place. Because you got to understand, that when you quantumly, when you go into the realm that's smaller than you don't get smaller. Okay? You don't. It's not like you shrink to relatively fit into the next universe. You're a freaking giant in the next universe. You're humongous. You know, unless you have like an Ant-Man suit, you are going to remain your size. Now, and I mean, there are some like worlds that, you know, that can't happen in. You can't get there unless you shrink yourself. You cannot get there because you just step on it and it's dead. It's gone. But, you know, there's those ones that are even smaller that if you step on it, it just kind of latches to your shoe and takes a ride with you. I mean, like, if we look at every drop of water and we see an entire universe in that drop of water, just think about a speck of dust. Same deal, right? I mean, it's a little smaller, but same freaking deal. Yes, the most successful things in history have mimicked nature. Nature mimics nature. I mean, it is freaking phenomenal how awesome nature is. But yeah, nurture's got its place too. It does. I mean, I've had some rough times. Nurture, you know, got me through those rough times. Whereas nature would have, you know, completed the downward spiral and it just would have been all terrible. Doesn't have to be all terrible. Alright, we're going to give this a little whip and we're not going to spin it for very long. And honestly, I think that's pretty much all these three little coils right here. Boom, boom, and the 4-filer up there. Now I have some aluminum wire that should be coming tomorrow. I'm going to yoke all these magnets. And that'll probably be my, you know, my final adjustment to the electromagnets and the coils and the placement and whatnot. I'm going to set up a couple coils for generation purposes. Probably right here and right here. All right. I think that's totally cool. Oh yeah, we're going to take a look at it without the light on. Look at that. That is so freaking cool, man. That is awesome. That is so neat. It's like the black light paint is actually blazing through the acrylic on top of it. That is so neat. Wow. So cool. Oh wow. I'm in love. I'm in love. Alright, peace out. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Please subscribe. Adios.